Right. Right, I think I'll start with, let's see, let's wet down into there, and I'll go through the top of there a little bit. That'll be sad. Right, I'll pop some creamy stuff right on this base. Bit yellow ochre, something like that would be perfect for this. I've just mixed my own creamy colour up with some yellow and some brown, just to mix my own up, just to, I didn't know, so I made my own. Right, so that's that. Clean my brush to wipe. It's drying slightly while I'm messing about, that's okay. That's thick. That's thick cerulean blue on there. Right, some cerulean blue, so I'll take that down. But I do want to leave that cream on the bottom, so that's that. And then I'm going to get a darker blue. Not even bother washing my brush. Just go straight in and get a darker blue, and then go straight on top there with my darker blue. Like that. I think I'll just leave a line like that. That'll drip down. Right. I'm going to give that a few seconds. Will that be dry enough? Right, what do I need for that background colour? Let's mix that up. Let's squeeze this brush. Oh, I tell you, I've hurt my back. It's killing me. I'll stick that in there, how I? Right, I might get a smaller brush. Let's have a look. Into a smaller brush just for a little bit. This one will do. Right, spin this back round. Let's see how it drips down. Hopefully it'll be sad. I'm going to come in here now. This background colour here. So all them other trees. Yeah, I might try and go round them trees there. So I want to faint sort of. Let's get some water. Faint sort of bluey green colour. So mix that in here. Mixing it in my yellow area, where it's more of a blue than out. It's not looking bad. A touch of that one. Just mixing out. I want a bluey green, so I'm using cerulean blue and yellow. But I'm putting more blue in, and I've actually got some muck green colour that I've already mixed, and I'm mixing a bit of that in. That's not bad, that's quite bluey. Tad more blue. I need to get the bluiness into it. A bit more watching. I need the bluiness into it, so there's a lot of water in this, so it stays faint. I'll start over here. But yeah, I need that bluiness in the green, so it looks distant. There we are. Let's come round here. Down at these bottom bits, and add a bit of extra blue in. There we are. Just on these bottom bits I'll have more blue, and then on the top bits more green. Watching news last night, and they go, right, this is the 6 o'clock news, and I'm thinking, isn't that a bit dodgy? Because if they're having a news on every day at 6 o'clock, what's going to happen if one day no it happens? What will they do then? And I was just thinking, by having it on at the same time every day, what if just one day, I don't know if it's ever happened before, but what if just one day nothing happens? What will they do? Will they just make something up? It just got me wondering. It's got my brain thinking. Going around all them little trees and bushes and stuff there. That's sand, that is sand. That's just what I wanted. Right, so now, so I'm going to pop some of these bits in here. Now this is mainly a dark green, but there's some slight light green highlights in it, so I'm going to pop a few little highlights in this. That's all this is, because it's mostly going to be dark green. Let's see, does it come down? No, it seems to stop about there. That's it. Then I'm going to go into the dark, sort of picture of muckier green for the most of it. That's it. Let's dab a load of that in. Same here, and all my greens are just mixed from yellows, blues, bits of burnt umber, sometimes I add a dab of Payne's grey in. See, like here, I'm dabbing into some Burnt Umber now. I'm not washing my brush, but I'm just dabbing into Burnt Umber. It's gradually going browner as I come down. Yeah. Let's get some water on my brush. This Burnt Umber's not coming off very well. All my paint's dried in my palette. I just let it dry in there and then just re-wet it. But sometimes it takes a bit longer to get your paint off your brush, to be honest. But there we go. Right, so that's that. I'll stick some blue in. Just pure blue, just to darken it down a bit. And then some more of this Burnt Umber. This Burnt Umber's just not re-wetting very good. Let's give it a right good rub with my brush. See if I can re-wet it. I might give this palette a full spray when I finish this picture and let some of the colours soak in. Because this should have took me about 3 seconds to do this, and I'm just scrubbing away at Burnt Umber. Right, I've gone into now some Payne's grey, because this is a really dark green. The Burnt Umber's not even coming off. Here's my Payne's grey, to be honest. Stick some Payne's grey in that bottom bit for the really dark bits. This is ever so dark. You've got to remember this is going to dry lighter when it's dried. So I've got to go pretty dark with them colours. Right, so that's that. Now then, I think squeeze that brush out. I think what I'm going to do now, in fact I've done with that brush, well I've done with it for now. So a sip of my tea. Right, now I'm going to get a smaller brush into these little bits in here. Right, same again, there's some little highlighty bits in here. So I start this side. I'm just going to go across these tops where there's these little highlighty bits and just pop them in. Just tiny little bits that's sort of highlighted. So I'll just pop them in. Some across there, some there. And then there's some in here like this. Now actually, there's some land there. That may as well go in. That can go up there like that. Some of this dark stuff in that. There's more dark stuff than light. There, that looks nice. I've found a little white sparkle in there. Alright, now, got to be careful here. Because this bit here, what's behind? Oh, that's... Alright, I've only just spotted that. There's a little bit of green, just pure green grass in here. Right, so that's that bit there. That little white bit what I've left is just a nice bit of pure green grass what's in there. Some of that paint's dripped through it. I'll sort that out later. So I'll pop that bit of pure green grass in a bit. That'll do me at that now for now. Right, there's some mud and stuff down here. I've not put my sky in yet till that's dried. So let's get some of that mud and stuff in down here. So I think with that, I've got some brown ready mixed here from another painting. So I'll just dip straight into that. It's a nice brown. And just get some muddy bits in there like that. I think I'll leave some little white bits again for some little white sparkly bits in there. I can go all the way back with that sort of to about there. No, go all the way. That's it. Right, now let's get some really dark Burnt Umber. See if it's coming off onto my brush now. I think it is. Finally wet enough to actually use it. Some bits of that dark Burnt Umber in there. Actually, the darkest bit is probably at the bottom. Yeah. That's it in them bottom bits there. Something like that. That's it, and I think I'm coming to a little bit of Payne's Grey. Pop a few bits of that in. Just in places, not everywhere. Something like that, and then come into a bit of that dark blue I used in my sky. Use a bit of that and all. Why not? Just that's purely to add a bit of interest. That right, and then I'll go from that into my yellow without washing my brush, and that's give me that colour. That's a nice green. I'm going to blend that in, touch that all right in while this is all wet. There we are, something like that. Nah. That green up there is quite light. Oh, I can't go into that yet because I need that to be dried. Right, so probably my best bet now. Squeeze my brush out and just mix some, I think, some really bright yellow now. Not yellow, green. It'll be a green, but there's going to be a lot of yellow in it. And get all that stuck in. There, nice one. Oh, loads of yellow there. That's perfect colour, that. So that can come right into here. I think again I might leave a few little bright sparkly bits in there. I'll mix in a load of this colour, look. Mix it all across like that, look. That's it. Get them drips from the bottom and just nick that paint from there and bring it up to there. Don't want to waste any paint. Oh no. I'll have a dip of water, so I'll have some softer colours back here. Now I'm not going to be able to touch that bit. That bit's a no-go. I'll have to patch that in later. There, that'll do me. I'm going to do that side and all, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not going to touch that bit. So this bit, there's some sort of downy bits there. So I'll pop them in. There, that's it. There. That'll do, I think. Mainly dark colours in here. This is where probably some of that greeny, browny stuff in there. Let's get a little bit in. I'm going to mix that bright yellow straight in without washing my brush, straight onto me burnt umber, and then just dip that into this bottom bit here for a little bit of mud, just where it meets the water. But it's like some big bushes at the front of there. Look at them drips there. I love that. I reckon that looks lovely. Right, water. Right, you know what? I'm going to dry it now. Get it to dry. Dry enough. Right, let's get some lovely. Oh, that's a bit. Yeah, that's not bad. It's gone a bit creamy, this yellow. Let's squeeze that out. That side. Start again. It's a bit too creamy. I want a really bright yellow. So I'm just starting again. I mixed wrong. I mixed in without washing my brush. I should have washed my brush really. I want a really bright yellow with a tiny, tiny bit of green in, so I stick a tiny bit of cerulean blue in just to get that green colour. Oh, that's nice. Oh, yes, that'll do perfect. And that's just for this bit in here. Just in there. perfect. And then these bits over here, I can block these bits in now. Because that's dried, it'll not drip. There we are. Let's get some. That's just to put some extra textures in there. On here, look. Same again. Extra little textures in there. Look at that. Oh, yes. There, that's nice. That's perfect. Pop a tad of darker green in there, I think, just in this. Toddy little bits in odd places. Just to get it a bit. In fact, I'll do a bit of that this side as well. Just odd little pieces. And there we are. And back to me really bright colours again. Stick them back in. That's it, right down into there. There. Lovely jubbly. Bang some of them back in. I'll have a bit of that colour off there. Bleed a tiny little bit in. From there, is there any bits there to bleed in? Oh, it's not bothered. I'm not bothered if that's not bothered. There we are. Take that bit, a tiny bit, perhaps stronger than that bit, just to throw that bit back. I'll tell you what I forgot to do. I meant to put some details in there. Right, I think that'll do me for now. Right, so that's that. Now then, right. Do another dry. I need this area dry here. Tell you what I can do while I'm waiting for that to dry. This bit up here, where's that brook? There it is. This bit up here, right up here. I meant there's some details in there. I don't put any in, so I'll pop a few in there. So that's that. In fact, I use this other brush to put the details in, so it's like some darky colours and stuff. Some of this is nearly black in the actual thing. Let's take it even darker. There's a lot of this nearly black. That's it. Soften it in again with this one. And I don't want to just cover completely in the original thing, so I've got to be careful that I don't add too much. It's like in the bottom of here, look. That's going to try and drip all the way down. I don't know what bad does it. That's just a few little details in there. Let's pop a few tiny bits in here, look. Just a few bits. There, something like that. Soften that in. That's quite nice. And then come over to this side here. You've got to remember this as well. It's all going to dry a lot lighter than what you see in it now. Some bits in there. Just little bits. Let's have some about there. That'll do me. Soften that in. Job's a good one. That's perfect. Like I say, that's going to dry a lot lighter than what it is. Oh, that's lovely. Love that. Right, now. Sip of tea. Now then. Oh, I've got to build these bits up now. There's some bushes in there. Right. In fact, let's get this slightly bigger brush, this one. Let's use this brush. Right. So there's some it's virtually black in here, some of this. So it's a greeny black, and there's some bushes and stuff in here. There's loads of it, and they're just like this. It's greeny black colour, like that. Like I don't like to repeat things, but it is a bit repetitive, this is. So I'm just going to do what I can and hope for the best in it. Obviously it's getting smaller as it goes back. Then I'm into some green, green, that can come in there. Blend that. Dark greens in there, that's it. And then some light greens on these top bits. These are just all bushes, what's in here. These light greens. I put my darks in first because when I was struggling to get my darks. I'll put this lighting in other places, and it's lightening up my darks. They weren't quite going dark enough, so I put dark in first this time. Yeah, something like that, and then let's take these. Let's not fidget about. Let's take these up like that, so you can see there is just bushes and stuff on this little low bit. Leaving some light bits in, grabbing some dark bits, and just something about like that, and then fade it out into the rest of stuff. There, I think that looks nice, doesn't it? That just registers as some bushes, I think. Just get a bit here, this brown here, I think there's a bit of some mud in there. So just re-infiltrate a bit of that. There we are, baby. Oh, well, that's nice. Right, so that's that. That's going to want drying. Right. Quick as I can get some blue using. I'll start with some cerulean blue. Yeah, let's get this cerulean blue in here. Dip in a bit of just water. It seems to be more cerulean over this side for some reason. There we are. A bit of water. Then I'll get some thicker strokes and stick it in. Yeah, that's better. Gone a bit greenish. Some of that green's flooded in from there, but I'm not too worried. There we are, something like that. And then for some reason it's a darker blue. It seems to be slightly darker over this side. Just blend that in. That's just all the blues from the sky at that then, you see. Yeah, that's nice. It's fairly still, this water is. It looks like it's not on here, but it is. When it settles it'll look stiller. Right, pop some of that up to there like that. To there, some of them greens is already flooded in. That don't look bad to me. I suppose what I could do, stick that brush that way. I could put that paint that way and let it flow that way so it gets that sort of feel. In fact, let's dry it like that. Oh no, hang on. No, I actually don't want to dry it yet. Tell you what I'm going to do, put some stuff in here now. Let's get this brush again, that one. Right, what I want in here now, before I dry it while it's wet, I'm going to re-put some darks in here. Get some in there, that's it. So some of these darks have already dried a bit lighter than what I wanted. So I'll just pop a few back in like that. That's it. Some dark greens as well in there. I need this to run into me reflections, that's it. And then there is some lighter bits on top of that. So hopefully this not get too carried away. Get some lighter greens in there. I'll go with lighter green because it's going to mix with this blue and darken anyway, and it's mixing with these blacks and that. So they're just my little reflections in there like that. And if they're getting a bit carried away, all I'll do, turn it upside down like that. And then not get too carried away. You can drip up into them ones, look. Because them ones are dried out a bit. Let's pop a bit extra in there. And that's them little bushes. What's right on that side of that lake, river, whatever that wants to call it. That's that. Right. I think I'm going to get that a little dry. Just enough to hold it in place, I think. Dried it a bit, and then I don't mind if it runs down a bit more now. So bring it back that way. Let it run down a bit more while I'm drying. Gentle dryer. sit right. Oh, my back. Oh dear. Oh, I've been grafting too hard. Right, let's just sit right back and have a look at this now. Yeah. Right, I'm just looking at the overall thing on this now. Right, looking at it, there's some bits I think. I'm going to try and sit back as far as I can while I'm painting now for a bit. There's some bits in here, and I think they need softening off. They're a bit too dark. So I'm just going to come in, just soften a few bits off in here. I just think that's a bit much there. Looks a bit too close. That's what it is. Looks too close. So all I'll do, dead easy rectified. Soften it off like that. That's it. Soften it off like that. This is same. Some of this in here. This stuff here wants to be tucked well back. There's them bits there. What's in that green? What dripped through? I don't even want them there. So I'll rub. Not they've rubbed completely out. These bits here are far too strong. So I'll rub them out. They just look far too close. So I'll just rub them out. That one there, look. Right, let me give that, just to speed it along a bit, give that a dab. There, and that one. See how they look much further back now? That's what I'm after. Right, some more, and fade it back some more. Oh, that's looking good now. That's more like it. Especially on that bit there, I won't mind it fading back. Right, so that now looks far back. Right, so that's that bit. This one here is still a bit close. So I'll just come in, soften some of them edges, distance it back a bit more. And that should do it. Because this one is a bit closer, I think I might be wobbling my camera, sorry. Try and soften some of that bottom bit. That might be alright at that without dabbing it. That one don't look too bad, does it there? That one. Yeah, that one's okay, I think. Let's just do this top bits on that one. Soften them top bits a little bit, look. That's better. Right, now this in here, this is way too close. So I'm going to take that back. Same again, it's mainly these top bits what want softening. There's a lot of paint in there, I'm going to dab it. There. Oh, that's better. That's it. Is that alright? Still think right on the bottom. Try and just get the bit tip of it. I'm going to dab that on bottom. I think it's a bit strong right on that bottom bit there. On there. That's better. Give it one more little dab. Just on this bottom line here, look. That bit. A bit strong. So I'll loosen it up a bit. Oh, that's better at that. Give it a little dab on that side there. That's it, that's better. That's done that. This here, just want to soften some of these bits just in here, look. Soften some of them in. See how you can just push your paint around and sort of do a bit of what you want. Soften some of them in. There. Right. I think that's a really fast, loose sketch at that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to come back into this and I'm going to do some more work. I'm going to put a fisherman in here and just do some more work on this. But for now, I think I'm going to leave that because I've took up too much of your time, so I'll make it into 2 paintings. So that's that there, and that's sort of a decent painting as it is. You want some extra water lines in here to break that up for definite, to separate that top from that bottom. So you know how to do that with your brush, put it in, get your lines in. But I've gone into half hour, so I'm determined not to keep going, taking up too much of your time. So that's your basic picture there. City on beach, boom, Shangri-La.